Hi, crafty friends. This is Amanda. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the very wintry Michigan. But I am super excited to welcome you to my 31st video and my channel. I'm super excited to show you one of the 3 cards I'm making for you today. The other 2, just bear with me. I'm using True Love DSP, the floral side, on the other side, black and white patterns. Cherry Cobbler is our card base. Rocco Rose. I can't say it without doing the Rocco. Rocco Rose as our first panel. I'm going to be taking this DSP and I'm going to be cutting out a mat from, not a mat, I'm sorry, a mask from Mask Magic, Masking Magic, something like that from Gina K. And I took the largest die heart that I had that would fit on my 5x7 card and cut it out of the very middle. Now I'm going to go exploring because we are going to be coloring, spotlight coloring on our card. First thing, some things that you should know. The mask, it has a little bit of slippery edge, which is good, but just don't linger too long because your alcohol markers can seep through. If you choose to do this on an A2 size card and you don't have any other heart dies, it will work. Just use one of the tiny little heart patterns, flower patterns, sorry. They are large, larger, and smaller. So they have a lot of different variety on this. We're going to use Cherry Cobbler, Rocco Rose, darn it, Rocco Rose, Old Olive, of course. What other green would I use? And I made a mistake here and I used Heather Highland. The mistake is I don't have any other Heather Highland on my card, but I wanted to add a pop of it. So what are we going to do? I should have played up the Heather Highland more, but accidents happen and learn from my mistake. How I blend is I lay down a coloring of the lightest color, then I go back and add my highlights, then I blend the 2 together. I'm a terrible colorist, so it looks okay, but I'm a terrible colorist and it still looks okay, right? So this is good. Alcohol markers are wonderful. We're going to use Mango Melody or Crush Curry or Daffodil Light, whatever you want to use for the middles. And then to make sure that we have everything that really can pop, we're going to take some Blushing Bride, which is, of course, a very light pink, and do some blending over it. Now, do you see where I keep doing that circle over? I'm going to leave a little spotlight there. So it's a little bit whiter. And I do that on purpose. When you're coloring, try not to spend too much time on the edges, like I said, because of that mask. Go all the way to the edge. Don't be too afraid of it, but just don't spend too much time there. You don't want bleeding. If bleeding happens, you know, it's not going to be the end of the world. Now, we're going to let this dry for a few seconds and then go over it with Versamark. Thought of this last minute. I'm like, you know what this could use? This could use some shine. Oh, yes. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Woo! Is it awesome? All right, I'm biased, but I think it's awesome. I really like it. I hope you do too. Make a huge mess because I am so excited. Now look at the back. This is how much it bleeds through. You should have a piece of paper underneath your paper so that you can do the blends and the blends can seep into the paper below. And it just makes so it's not so much bleeding. Then, of course, we're going to add some clear embossing powder and then heat it with our heat gun. And this is going to remain sparkly and wet looking all the days of our lives. Woo! I am so excited. I'm sorry. I know, like I said, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm feeling a little bit snarky today. You guys can always mute it. But I hope you make this card because I'm in love with it. If you do something different and not use the purple, or if you use the purple and play up the purple a different way, I'd love for you to tell me how you do this. All right. Now, because I had that mask there, I kind of knew where I was going to cut things. You know what I mean? So I just kind of like drew a little bit, cut it, and then came back and made sure it was in the middle. Then I chose to do a very small mat of Rocco Rose. If I say that one more time like that, you guys can hit me. I promise. I don't have the ability to say the R's, rolling R's. It's just coming out that way. So I just left a tiny little itty bitty mat so you can see a little bit of the colors. So I wanted to say with this same stamp set, because I don't have anything that says Happy Valentine's Day that I can think of. I mean, I might, because things are still packed up a little bit. Don't tell anyone, but I have a lot to unpack. My husband says, wow, you have a lot of stuff. And I'm like, huh, that's only half of it, they're saying. I stamped this out in cherry cobbler 3 times on Rocco Rose. See, I know I could say it right. Because, I wasn't perfect the first time or the second. I mean, it looked perfect now, but then it didn't. So what can I say? Had to do it 3 times. Guess 3 times the charm. I really like this card. I don't know if it's the coloring, which is, I know it's not, the coloring's not perfect, but the colors of the coloring. I don't know if I like the colors together. I don't know if I like the glossiness of it. I don't know what I like, but I like it. I hope you do too. If you don't like it, please let me know, because, I don't have like the best style of creativity, but, I thought of this all by my lonesome and I was excited. All right, never mind. You know what? I'm just way too snarky for this. Maybe I should restart this. Oh, goodness, you guys, I'm so sorry. Like I said, long night, 10:27 at night, and I was going to use these pearls with the purple, but nothing else is purple. Never mind, I'm not going to harp on that anymore. But it's a winter weather advisory is coming. I hate winter. I hate everything about winter, especially the cold. Now, I do love to sit inside and watch a fire from the outside. Never mind. All right, so you remember this panel, you guys, that I tried to do something with? I'm going to try to do something with it again. Note, do not use those sprays, the Delusion spray, because this is what you end up with. No. So, one more ink blending. I'm not going to make you watch it. You're very welcome that I did it off screen and not made you watch it again, because, I love you guys, and I only want it to be 11 minutes. Took some of this, more of this True Love paper and Field of Flowers. I got this always in. I knew I was going to, and I got it in. All right. See? I came up with an okay idea. It doesn't look that great. Let me tell you what's wrong with this one. I did not use a dark enough heart. They're all too light for my always. If you're going to make this card, remember, watch the other video if you want to see the colors that I use. I popped up the middle one. But I'm going to put the always here on this dotted one. Big mistake. Big. Huge. It looks terrible. Ugh. It could have been a really cute card, guys. I really thought that I'd like this card. Because, the black and white and the rainbow behind it. I'm going to get off of rainbows when I die. And then you won't have to watch me make rainbows anymore, because I love rainbows on cards. You know what my favorite color is? The rainbow. Love it. See the always? Should have put it on a blacker heart. And there are lots of different designs, patterns that are more black. So, bummer. I'm going to put some strategically placed crystals here, rhinestones. Come back with my card panel. And I cut it too short. But I'm not going to cut it again, because I didn't want to waste the paper. Because, I'm already not happy with this card. So, put it on top of it. It kind of looks okay. I love that I cut off the bottom and used some of that bottom. All right. All right. Now, this card, I could leave this card altogether. But I did 2 different versions of this card, and I finally decided that I'd show you what it looked like, so you guys can agree with me that it looks like an Easter egg. All right. Of course, we're going to go with some watercoloring and a heart, because this is a Valentine's Day card. And I haven't watercolored for at least 5 minutes. I think 2 videos ago was the last time I watercolored and going through withdrawals. So here we go. Watercoloring this heart very pale. My Magenta Madness is completely without ink. And like I told you guys, I don't have the re-inker. So I've got to buy a new re-ink. I've got to buy a re-inker for that. A new red, I forgot. And then I re-inked my Bermuda Bay re-inker and put it in my Coastal Cabana. I had a great and fun day today. I had so much fun playing. And, I show you that these things go wrong because I'm not going to redo them. I mean, they're already done. I would send them out like this, but I just want you guys to learn from me, right? Now, I did try to do this on a full piece of paper, like up top there. You see that? And then just place the heart, but then I didn't know really where the heart went, where it looked the best. So what I did was I die cut a bigger heart. Pop this up on some fun foam that my daughter got, I think at the dollar store, but probably not because it cost $1 million. And then I'm going to add this really great sentiment because I went through tons of stamp sets to look for the right sentiments. And this Heal Your Heart is a celebration. Sorry about the us, guys. A celebration stamp set. And it has this I Don't Know What I'd Do Without You in the teeny tiniest font. And I didn't know if I'd like this, but I kind of wish it was just a little tiny bit bigger or my card was a little tiny bit smaller, not A2 size small, because I like how this big heart and this teeny tiny sentiment. Maybe it's just me, but look at that Easter egg. Do you see the Easter egg? 2 Easter eggs together. Oh, let me know. You guys have a fantabulous week. I hope you enjoyed at least one of these cards. Please like and subscribe. Leave me some comments below. I love to read them and I love to respond to them. Sorry about the snarkiness. I'll try to work on that. Talk to you guys later.